that's what the reading is going on. So I know I have no qualification to speak, but I'll seek blessings from you all and from Srila Prabhupada, and I would request the Lord, beg the Lord to give words which are tangible, useful to all of us here. If not for everybody, at least for me, for my purification. Okay. So let us do the prayers and then we'll get started. Om Namo Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutam Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Mukham karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim vitkrupatam ham vande Sri Gurum Dinataranam Chaitanya Madhavam Paramanandam Ishwaram. So Hare Krishna to everyone.
Hare Krishna.
So the 14th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which is talking about the three modes of material nature. This three modes of material nature is many times described in all the Vedic scriptures, especially Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita and other scriptures, right? So when we think about the modes of nature, what do we first get the strike? What is the thought comes into our mind? Anything, anywhere? First time when I hear, whenever I hear, what comes into the mind?
Like good weather, bad weather.
That's good weather, bad weather.
That's what it sounds like.
It's difficult to overcome.
Difficult to overcome, yes. And what else strikes our mind?
Modes. Like different modes. Like you have just in life you have different, like in the car you have different modes, like start, reverse.
Yeah, just like the gears, you change the gears in the car, the modes, correct? So it is very obvious that, just like the earth attractive force, gravitational force, is by default acting upon us, whether it is a day or night. Agree or not?
Yes.
Yes? This will simply influence us, whether I am sleeping, waking, anything. Same way, these three modes of nature are also influencing us very strongly, but we don't know. Now, the Lord's wonderful Maya is so powerful. It is stated that the three modes of nature are considered to be the ropes which are binding us. We all know mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. But the beautiful nature is the Lord who has created these chains, three chains. We cannot see them, but still we are bound. The law and order force in the country or society, we see that police, whenever he binds somebody, we see that somebody, criminal is bound by something, right? If he is punished, we see the punishment. Here, everything is happening, but we can't see it. You know, how wonderful the Lord's energy is. This is Vishnu Maya. The Vishnu Maya is the energy of the Lord. Even he punishes, nobody will identify he is punished. Right? So, today we are going to read 5th verse. Okay. So, how does the format do? Should we repeat or how?
We usually do the Sanskrit. We don't repeat each word.
Okay.
We just do Sanskrit then translation.
Okay. So, everybody repeats after that?
No, we just listen to Sanskrit.
Okay. Sattvam rajastama iti gunaha prakriti sambhavaha nibadhnanti mahabaho dehe dehinamavyayam. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Samay Charana Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada Ki
Jai.
Jai. Translation. Material nature consists of three modes, goodness, passion and ignorance. When the eternal living entity comes in contact with nature, O mighty armed Arjuna, he becomes conditioned by three modes. Purport. You will read purport also, right? It's a small 4 lines anyway. The living entity, because he is transcendental, has nothing to do with this material nature. Still, because he has become conditioned by the material world, he is acting under the spell of the three modes of material nature. Because the living entity have different kinds of bodies, in terms of the different aspects of nature, they are induced to act according to that nature. This is the cause of the varieties of happiness and distress. So, if you see this wonderful Bhagavad Gita, is a 14th chapter is especially talking about the three modes of nature, and more or less a conditioned soul is definitely impacted by this, right? Prabhupada is writing here, material nature consists of three modes, goodness, passion and ignorance. Now we all know goodness is paradukha dukhi. It is stated in the Sanskrit. Paradukha dukhi means when he sees someone else under great misery, he also empathizes and feels the pain. Oh my God, this person is struggling like this. Paradukha dukhi, right? So we see such people around the world naturally, and we see that this person is in the mode of goodness. Our mode of goodness is predominantly influencing that person, right? Now, when it comes to mode of passion, in the passion, who is in the center?
You.
Me and I and mine, right? So it is aham mameti. In the Bhagavatam it is said aham mameti means it is aham means I, mameti means mine, right? So that is only thinking going on, nothing else apart from that. If something else good is happening, what's there in me? What is there in me? That's what the whole conception of life is going on, right? So now a person in the mode of passion is actually as we said, paradukha dukhi, if somebody else is feeling sad, he will also share that, empathize it. That happens with the mode of, that happens with the person who is also in the mode of passion as well as in the mode of goodness. But the difference is, he will empathize on other person if there is anything to do with that person, you know. If you are a millionaire, or I have something with you, then I may empathize with you. I may, So he may show benevolence to the other person. The root is something benefiting me. By talking to her or him or whatever, I am benefited out of that transaction. So I will act as if I am in the mode of goodness. But the moment someone whom I don't like, I envy that person, right? So I would not behave the same thing. I'll give a simple example. There is a couple, wife and husband. Okay, let us assume, take an example. Husband went to the office in the morning around 7 o'clock and worked very hard and came in the evening 7 o'clock, and then he's saying, "I'm so much tired." And if the relation between them is very good, then she may say, "Oh, my dear honey, I understand you have, I prepared all these things for your eating, I did everything like this. So lovingly she will facilitate all the services what is needed. But if the relation is not good, and the husband says, "I'm so much tired," so what? What's the big deal? But I've been asking so many things, you have not done anything. His way of perception is different now, right? The way he speaks is different. The person in the mode of passion is called as Rajo Guna. Okay? So Rajo Guna means one who want to go forward with my own benefit. It's me and only me in the center. Sometimes, Prabhupada says, it extends myself, my family, my community. Oh, this is Indian community, Russian community, African community, Americans, and so on and so forth. Right? It is extending communalism, nationalism, thisism, thatism, everything is based on this Rajo Guna. Right? So, the third one is ignorance. Ignorance is, again, the same thing if you take example. Para dukkha sukhi. If someone is, when I don't like somebody and if he met with an accident, lost one leg, he said, "Oh my God, he would have lost everything. I would have been more happy." Then I would be very happy by seeing others crying. Sometimes the people who talk in such a way that it hurts other person, right? When it hurts other person, they like it, they love it, they enjoy it. I could dominate this person. I could make a joke on this person. I don't care whether the person is happy or unhappy by my deeds. That person is paradukha sukhi. Correct? So, now, first point, why this 14th chapter has come into the existence? What was the root cause for Lord Krishna to ultimately detail about these three modes?
So that everyone knows how the universe
So that
works.
everyone knows, very good answer. And
To better understand the environment around you and people.
yeah, whether weather is hot or cold. Okay.
Differentiate and
Yeah, definitely. And any other thoughts?
To be able to get out of their control.
To get out of the
Yes,
control.
right. Yes.
Yeah, right? Definitely, right? In the 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 22nd verse, I'll read that. Okay. Actually, this is the cause why Lord Krishna spoke, 14th chapter. Purushaha prakritosto hi bhunte prakriti jaya guna karanam guna sangasya sadasad yoni janmasu. Sadasad yoni janmasu. I'll read the translation. The living entity in the material nature thus follows the ways of life, enjoying the three modes of nature. This is due to his association with that material nature. Thus, he meets with good and evil among various species. So now, here, the living entity, when he is born here, the only intention is how to enjoy. If I am seeing any objects, eatable things, whether I will enjoy by eating this or not, whether I see any other, car is there or any building is there, oh, can I buy this, can I enjoy this, right? Anything for that matter in this material world is only tricking the human intelligence to enjoy, right? Ishvara aham bhogi, correct? In the Bhagavad Gita 16th chapter it is said, Ishvara aham bhogi. I am the controller, Ishvara, right? I'm the controller of this world. Ishvara aham bhogi. Bhogi means one who want to enjoy. Okay, Prabhupada says, Whoever has this attitude of Ishvara aham aham bhogi is a big rogi. Rogi means a diseased fellow. Okay? In Hindi and Sanskrit, the rogi means a diseased fellow. Bhogi means one who wants to enjoy. The mood of only enjoying is done by a rogi, that is a diseased fellow. Right? So in this way, we see that it is very important to understand these three, what is this called? How much time I have, Prabhu?
Oh, you have a lot of time. You have from 30 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
Whatever you want.
Hare Krishna. So, it is stated that every living entity in this material world is actually taking birth because of what reasons?
Because they want to enjoy this
Enjoy this
material
world, okay, and
Because they-
continue the material.
continue the
Existence.
material existence. Sorry, here someone was saying
She said karma.
Karma.
it's karma. To become a god? Wow, that's interesting. So I want to become God. When I was in the school days, one of the Swami came to my school and then he was teaching. And finally, one line which I understood: everybody can become God. Wow, that's great. I can become God one day. But that statement got smashed by Srila Prabhupada. He says, "Oh, if you were God, then how did you forget?" No, I forgot. Now I remember I'll become God. Can God forget that He's God? What kind of God is He? Right? So in the Srimad Bhagavatam it is stated, Karmana daiva netrena jantur deho upapattaye. Right? So Karmana daiva netrena, under the supervision of the Supreme Lord, vision, whatever karma we all have been doing, Karmana daiva netrena. Netrena means the eyes, daiva means the Lord. The Lord is watching all of us. Okay, whatever activities we are doing, right? Karmana daiva netrena. One cannot escape whatever we do. What to speak about whatever we do, even the thought process, the Lord will know. He will hear every thought what we are thinking. And what to speak about thinking in the next 10 years, next 20 years, what am I going to think about whom, etc. Everything He knows. In the IT world we are working, actually I'm working on that. It's all about data warehouse and all, right? I see that the Lord has a huge data warehouse, right? He knows the background of everybody. Today I'm an Indian, then maybe I'll become African, then I become an animal, a bird, a reptile, and something. It's keep on going, right? So this Lord, Karmana Daiva Netrena Jantur Deha Upapattaye. Jantur means the animal in one sense, right? Deha means the body. So, Jantur Deha Upapattaye means he attains one specific kind of body based on what has been seen by the Lord and He grants. Oh, okay. Just like in any office, first we get interviewed, right? And then after seeing it, this fellow is qualified for an engineer or a manager or a damager, whatever. So, ultimately some role is given. So, the Lord, seeing that whatever we have been doing in the previous lifetimes, He is making an arrangement for him to go. There is a sweet pastime, I remember today morning I was sharing, there is in Ramayana, we all know Ramayana, they keep, right? Lord Rama's appearance day just happened, Sri Ramanavami. So Lord Rama and Mother Sita along with Lakshmana, they wanted to cross over a river. Okay? So while they wanted to cross over a river, they found only one boat and a boatman. Okay? And that boatman is sitting there and waiting for the customers. And the Lord went and then said, "Oh, what was his name?"
Kevat.
Kevat, correct. His name was Kevat. So Kevat, the boatman, was sitting and waiting for the customers while Lord Ramachandra along with his wife and the brother went there and said, "Hey, my dear friend, can you make us go on to the other side of the bank of the river?" He said, "Yes, but may I know who are you?" First question, "May I know who are you?" He said, "Rama, my name is Ramachandra." "Oh, are you the same Rama by whose touch of your lotus feet the big stone turned into a beautiful woman? Lakshmana said, yes, that is true. Oh my God, then I'm in a big race. I can't give you this ride. He said, what happened? Lord Rama, what happened? You should be happily doing, And then he says, what if you step into my boat and both will become a girl? I already have a daughter for the marriage. I'm struggling to get a boy. You give me one more girl, what am I going to do with that? No. I am not going to help you, my dear sir. Please, I can't do it. And then Lord Rama says, come on. You don't need to fear. It's not going to happen everywhere and every place. He said, can I trust you? You seems to be very trustworthy, but still, one thing I will do. He said, what? Please sit on this particular chair, whatever, and I will wash your feet so nicely that not even a dust is remaining. And with that pure, clean feet, you then step into my boat. Then I will accept. Okay, Lord Ramachandra said, okay, that's fine. So go ahead and just do whatever the needful you want. And then he got an opportunity. Okay, Kevat got an opportunity to wash the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He was jubilant, he was so happy, so blissful. And that is the whole agenda behind whatever he cooked the story. Ultimately, he wanted to wash the feet, and then he not only drank that wonderful waters, and then he distributed to all the people who arrived there. Okay, it was a big festival. And then finally, Lord Rama said, can we now at least start the journey? He said, yes sir, now you can. And then he says, how much do you charge? And then he says, charge? You mean, what is the price? He said, yes. I have to pay something to you, right? You are helping me to go all the way to on the bank of the river. So he says, no, you don't need to pay anything. He said, why? How can you do something free? You are a boatman, your business is that. You will be at loss. No, we both are in the same business. He said, what? What business? Yes sir, you and me are both in the same business. He said, what business? I don't do any business. No, you do a special business, which I know. And maybe many people may not know. He said, what is that business you're talking about? He says, you know my business. I take somebody on this shore and drive them away and take them away to another shore, a bank of the river, right? And you also do the same. He said, when I started doing that business, I never remember. He asked his wife, Mother Sita, do you ever seen me doing this? Nobody has seen. What is this? He says, actually, this entire material existence is Mrityu Samsara Sagara. And you said in the Bhagavad Gita 12th chapter, what is that? Bhavami Nachrat Partha Maya Veshita Chetasam. Right? I am a swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. Someone who takes the shelter of your lotus feet, you will take one from the material bank of the material existence to the spiritual existence. You are doing it a different realm, I am doing it this level, but business is same. So when we both are doing the same business, we are not supposed to take money. We simply exchange. It's a trade. We are in the same trade. We are friends, So Lord Ramachandra says, you have to take something or the other. How can I cannot say, Then he says, okay, by the end of this my life, give me the blessings that I can get out of this material existence completely. Okay? Then he said, okay, the last thing, I gave you something. You do something for me, I'll give you something, right? So that's happened. But actually, the interesting story is, there is a pastime. Who is this boatman he is all about? What was his previous life? It is stated that this great personality in the Vaikuntha Loka, the abode of the Supreme Lord, he was a tortoise. What he was? Tortoise. Tortoise. What was the name?
Turtle.
Turtle? Okay. I don't know Russian language, so I cannot. Chiripaka? Chiripaka? Is it part of it? Oh my God. For such a small, it's a big wow. Chiripaka. Okay, whatever. Definitely I'll forget next time. For sure. Now, that tortoise, actually, when Lord Vishnu is lying on the bed of Ananta Shesha, in the middle of the ocean, right? In the middle of the ocean, it crawled all the way and it was climbing the bed of the Supreme Lord Vishnu so that it can touch the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. While it was crawling, Mother Lakshmi is the one who is doing the Pada Sevanam, right? Which is serving the lotus feet continuously. She saw, hey, get out of this place. You are not supposed to do all this. You are not supposed to climb. Go out. And then he falls down and oh my God, how bad is this? I am not able to serve. This is not so good. Then he thinks, whenever a devotee has a strong desire to serve the Lord, he will make sure that somehow or the other he will get some way to serve the Lord. Now, he went in another direction and from the behind he started climbing. Now, who saw? Ananta Shesha saw, hey, what are you doing? Get rid of this place. You are not supposed to climb. Boom. Again he fell down. He said, oh my dear Lord, is there no other way? I cannot serve you. Okay. And that's where Lord Vishnu, who is in the heart as a Paramatma, the super soul, he heard. And then he said, okay, you have a desire to wash my feet, serve my lotus feet. I will grant you. And those two people who were stopping you, they cannot stop next time. I will fulfill your desire. And that desire has come into as Kevat, the boatman. Now he washed the feet of Lord Ramachandra. Mother Sita, who is none other than Lakshmi, could she stop? No. Ananta Shesha, who is Lakshmana, could he stop? No. Nobody can stop. You see? That means we should cultivate aspiring the spiritual desires in our heart, and it is heard by the Lord. He knows everything, right? Even the thought process. Prabhupada says that a litmus test, back in India, in every state there is one Bhagwan, one Baba. Somebody will erupt from no moon, right? Somewhere in the blue moon, he comes up, I am the God, he'll say. And then Prabhupada says, go and ask that person, can you tell me exactly what I'm thinking in my heart right now? Impossible. Even most beloved couples, wife and husband, can't say what's going on in the heart of others. Right? So that is the limitation of the living entity. We are bound actually. So the spiritual desires are always fulfilled by the Supreme Lord. Right? So someone who has a desire in the mode of passion, in the mode of goodness, in the mode of ignorance, the Lord is sitting and he is looking upon that person. Okay, oh okay, this fellow has this. Now, another example, there's three modes of nature influencing the person. He influences the mind, intelligence and false ego, right? So, why a person becomes very much greedy, anger, right? Krodad bhavati sammoha, sammohat smriti vibramaha, we say. So, the anger comes because he is influenced by mode of passion. And mode of passion is coming into picture how? Rajoguna samudbhavaha. Kamesha krodhesha rajoguna samudbhavaha. That is the verse in the Bhagavad Gita, right? So this kama, which is the lusty desire, kamesha krodhesha, the anger, they all are produced from the effect of mode of passion. Now, these three modes are called ropes also, right? So these are three ropes which are binding us to suffer, struggle and continue our existence in the material realm, right? There are three kinds of ropes stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, one rope which we already know, these three gunas. Guna means rope, right, which binds us. The another rope is going to attack us at the time of death. What is that called? Pasha, Yama Pasha, right? Yama Pasha means the Lord of death, Yama Dharmaraj. He sends his assistants, right? And they put one rope and they pull the soul out of the body and the soul will die, right? So, in this way, that's another rope, right? So far we are living consciously. There is one kind of rope which is Maya, that is in three modes of nature comes into. At the time of death, the rope which influences is Yama Pasha, it is stated, right? Yama Dharmaraj, the Lord of death. He's gonna tie our soul and he's gonna pull out from this body. And there is one other type which is actually the holy name of the Lord, okay, which is if we can hold on to the holy name of the Lord, then whatever be the circumstances externally, one will be elevated to the spiritual planet. Okay, we hold that Lata beach, right? Lata means a, what is that called? A creeper, bhakti creeper, right? So, in other sense, the rope of bhakti is strongly held by a devotee and take the mercy of the Lord, right? So, by that, the three modes of material nature are gone. Now, in the 18th chapter, I think it's the 5th verse, if I remember correctly, wherein it is stated, not 5th verse, I forgot the verse number, but it is stated that these three modes are actually binding us, correct? And going forward, we are going to see in the 17th chapter also how three modes are binding us. Do we know how mode of ignorance binds us? How does the mode of ignorance bind us? Any thoughts? Mode of ignorance is activities of... Sorry?
It's illusion.
It's illusion.
Yeah, it's illusion about.
Binds us by ignorance, yeah. Like we don't
Then what about the
You mean
passion?
like
Isn't it ignorance?
activity? You mean actions of?
No, my question is, how mode of ignorance bind us? Bind us means you understand, right?
Связано.
No, like when we sleep.
Bind means something which will keep us in this material realm. It will not allow us to go back to Godhead. Am I speed? Talking very fast?
No,
No,
just
yeah.
No?
focus.
Is it okay?
Yes.
Unfortunately, I don't know your language. Okay, but so that is what is binding us.
No, binding it.
Yeah, tying us, correct. So by being in the mode of ignorance, what actually happens?
You wanna sleep and
Yeah.
lazy.
Become lazy, sleep.
Egoistic.
Sorry,
Like have a big ego.
ego. Yeah, correct. Yeah, false ego and
Habits.
habits. Yeah, very wrong habits.
We don't have good
Intelligence.
intelligence.
Yeah, it's covered. Now, in the mode of ignorance, a person, first of all, will never have any interest to devotional service. He is more whim seeker. Correct? He wanted to do the way he wanted to do, that's all. I enjoy this way, I will do this way. My way is a highway. That's how his thought process is going on. He is never bothered about what is written in the scriptures. Correct? So he is only wanting to enjoy. And anyone who becomes an obstacle for his enjoyment is ready to kill, ready to harm. Correct? So those people are in the deep mode of ignorance. So what kind of activities they end up doing? All kinds of sinful activities. Right? What happens when someone does these sinful activities?
We get bound.
They go to hell.
They go to hell. Right? To undergo the karma phala, the reactions of the karma, he has to glide down. I was hearing in the very beginning days, if a person is so sinful and he is supposed to take birth as a hog or a pig, okay, Yamadharmaraj, this fellow, okay, he ate anything and everything, okay, that means this fellow has to be given that facility, okay, let us do one thing. He'll say, hey, come on. He'll call a police, whoever it is, and then say, hey, take him to one Kumbhi Paka or something like that, okay. So there is a hell where he will only get to eat stool, nothing else. Nothing else. And there he is struggling. Think about, I am a human being, I am eating nice gulab jamuns, I am eating nice laddus, whatever, nice things. Right? Suddenly I take a birth, I get a body of a hog. How can I eat? I will never eat. Why? Why I can't eat? Any thought? Reason being, what is carried along with us to the another body? Three things.
Subtle body.
Subtle body, right?
Yeah.
Mana buddhi ahankar, the mind, intelligence and false ego. The mind is accustomed to eat very nice foods here. How can it eat the filthy thing? It cannot. So it needs some, sorry?
No, go ahead.
It needs some training, right? How to eat stool. Okay. So that fellow will stay there for hundreds and thousands of years hungry, nothing to eat. Finally, he starts licking. Finally, he starts thinking something has to go inside, and then he starts feeling it is tasty. And one day he will be qualified to eat this stool as a wonderful gulab jamun like so. And then, hey, he is now qualified, passed through the exam. Now put him in a pig family. Okay, then he will be get into the mother of a pig. Karmana daivanetrena jantur deho upapattaye striyaha pravishtaha pumsam. Striyaha pravishta means, Sri means the woman, okay, pravishta means entering. Striya pravishta pumsam renu kanashrayaha means the jiva, the living entity, enters into the womb of the mother through the semen of a father. Simple. Now, which mother he has to enter? A dog mother, a cat mother, hog mother, human mother, president mother, okay, demigod mother, what mother? That determination is done by the supreme agency, the Lord, right? Karmana daivanetrena janturdeha upapatte. So one is trapped in that. So he has to take repeated multiple births and deaths. No other option, right? That is about person who is in the mode of ignorance. Now, what is the problem with the mode of passion? Mode of passion?
It's disappointing all the time.
Disappointed all the time. Very good. Very nice point. He's disappointed. Why is he disappointed all the time?
Because it's never enough.
It's never enough, right? I want more and more. Lord Jagannath is saying Aniyor, and here we are saying more and more. So the more we want it, the more we get disappointed, depressed, right? And what else? So what is the problem? If I have more and more.
Busy making more karma.
More karma, exactly. So to achieve more, he will perform more. Basically, a person who is in the mode of passion, he is highly determined to achieve something. Correct? Now, to achieve something, he is ready to do even, he is ready to avail wrong ways and means also. Right? Now, the example in the Ramayana, Surpanaka, who is she? Sister of the demon Ravana, who is the king of Lanka. Right? That demon's sister saw Lord Ramachandra, fell in love with the beauty of Lord Ramachandra. But instead of directly going, she, in disguise as a very beautiful woman, appeared before them, and she said, "Oh my dear Lord Rama, I want to enjoy, I want to marry you." Okay? Now Ramachandra says, "Oh, I am Ekapatni Vrata. I took a vow that I should only marry one woman, and I am already married and she is my wife. So, no choice. Sorry, I have taken an oath. Better, I think, my brother is sitting on the side. He is all alone anyway. Okay? Probably he may need you. Okay? And he is also very good, huh? He is good looking also. Go and see." She thinks, okay, maybe he is also good looking, and she goes and says, "Wow, this fellow is not bad. He is also very wonderful, valuable, beautiful, whatever adjective one can add." And got attracted and goes and confesses. Not confess, proposes. Okay, says that, "Oh, my dear sir, you seems to be very beautiful. And I just spoke to your brother. He redirected to you. A reference. Now we need a reference for the job." She took a reference of Lord Ramachandra. And then he says, "Hey, what are you thinking? I cannot marry you at all." He said, "What is the reason?" "I heard that, you are all alone. What's the problem? I think you have left your wife anyways, so you need somebody to have something, enjoy." Cool, man, cool. Okay, and that's what she was trying to persuade. And then what happened? He said, "If I have to bring my wife, I would have already done that. Because I will not have an option to serve my brother and his eternal consort, Mother Sita, so I left my wife for a very special reason. Don't bother me." But she's not stopping, she's bothering. And one time he says, "Okay, do one thing. My brother can do actually wonders. Go and ask him." So in that way, they were playing ping pong with her. Okay, sometimes here, sometimes there, kind of things. And ultimately they felt, this lady will not leave me. Something we have to do. And Lord Rama says, "Hey, Lakshmana, go ahead and do the needful." And he 2 arrows, cut the nose and the ears. With all pain, the moment the pain came, she showed her original form. What is she? She's a Rakshasi, she's a demoness, right? So she is such a lady, and then she flew back to Ravana. And then what did Ravana did? Ravana actually was sitting in his assembly, and his very dear sister running, rushing, crying, screaming, "Oh my dear brother Ravana, oh Asura Deva, please hear me. Somebody has done like this. You have to take revenge. You have to do something." All what she has to tell, she said. Ravana saw and said, "Okay, that's okay. I will take care of it." She said, "No, right away, right now you should do an action." And he said, "You see, there are so many affairs going on here. You know, there are a lot of things. He's a politician, right? Political person. This is not a big thing for me. There are a lot of things. I will take care of you and those fellows. You want me to kill them? I will kill them. No, don't worry." Now, she thought, my brother is not taking this seriously, not taking priority. Now, what is the weakness of Ravana? Now, somebody is not listening to us. A person in the mode of passion will figure out what is the weakness of this fellow, right? When we identify a weakness, then it becomes easier to conquer, right? Conquer the heart or whatever. Then she understood. Then she started telling, "You know, forget about those 2 men. I will tell you one simple thing. You have 100,000 wives, but none of your wife is as beautiful as what I have seen in the forest. The wife of Lord Rama." They said, "What do you mean?" And she explained from the bottom till the top how beautiful Mother Sita looks like. But then, after hearing Ravana's lusty desires, Rajoguna. Raja comes from Rajoguna. Rajo means word of passion. Rajo becomes Raja. A one who is predominantly having Rajoguna, he becomes Raja, the king. So he wanted to enjoy, right? So to enjoy that wonderful woman, then he made it a priority. Now let's go. Now, oh my dear sister, I promise you, I will kill those 2 fellows and I will bring Mother Sita and marry myself. Okay? Now think, the priority changed. Then he said, "Hey, don't kill those fellows. Okay? Please spare Rama. I want Rama and you want Sita. You enjoy that way, I will enjoy. Don't kill them. Oh, you don't want me to kill Rama? That's okay. I will spare him, but I will bring Sita. Oh, you can go ahead." Now the priority changed. The reason is mode of passion. Now what happened? He will also again die, right? I had an example. Someone who got in back in India, he was studying in IIT. Okay, he was a gold medalist for first year, second year. He was doing engineering for 4 years. 3 years he was top and he got gold medal. 4th year he became second. Hearing that, he couldn't face that reality. How did I not get the first rank, right?
He killed himself.
Yes, he committed suicide.
No.
Think about it. Reality. I'll give you one more example. A real example. Back in India, there were 2 twin sisters playing in the home. Okay, the parents have to go and attend marriage ceremony somewhere else. Girl said, "No, we will sit at home. You people go and do whatever the needful and come back." And the mother and father said, "Okay, we are going now and we will come back in the evening. Don't fight each other," because children, they fight each other, right? So I kept all what you want to eat in the kitchen. Okay, your favorite thing has been cooked. Your favorite thing is cooked. You eat happily, watch TV and sleep. Play. Don't fight. By the time you will come in the evening. They said, "Okay, hi, bye." Everything went fine. By the time they came back, okay, what did they see? 2 twin sisters' dead body.
No.
It's in the newspaper. Reason what? The reason is they fought to see, one sister wanted to see one channel in the television, the other sister wanted to see another channel. That's all. And they fought each other so much they killed each other. This is the value of life, you know. Rajoguna, I want at any given cost. Right? That is the Rajoguna. If I don't get, you should also not get it. That means they glided down to tamo guna, mode of ignorance, mode of passion to mode of ignorance. Now, fairly we will know these two gunas that they are binding us, right? We do some karma, we will die, we will take birth again repeatedly, punarapi mananam, punarapi jananam, right? Repeatedly birth and death. Now, what is the problem with the mode of goodness? Is it good or bad?
It's better.
It's better.
Better, wonderful. Why? You are very nicely given answer. Better, neither good or bad. Now, who else want to elaborate?
It also binds us.
Huh?
It also equally binds us to material world.
How?
Because everything is so good in our life, we become like a little bit proud of it, you know.
Little bit proud of it.
Yeah.
And
And karma.
good karma. Okay, good karma. Naturally, we got
Become-
to,
Become
we don't wanna-
attached.
We
Huh?
get attached to the.
Attached to
we get
nice things.
attached. Very good. And
And we enjoy being better than others.
yeah, absolutely. That is the first reason a person in the mode of goodness, he feels I am better than anyone else, right? So that leads to little pride, little happiness, and what they want to do, they want to settle down here only. Why should I go back to Godhead? Definitely that's not a question, right? But then they don't want to go back to go back to Godhead. Why should I? Right? So in the mode of goodness, people read the scriptures, right? All the Vedic scriptures. And that's the reason the scriptures will make them feel content in one sense. Wow, I am a knowledgeable person. I am having more knowledge than anyone else. And that leads to ahankara, the proud, and they will all suffer. So, this is how the three modes are binding us in the material world. We have to take birth again and again and again. Today morning we were reading 4th canto, in which Puranjana's story, the story of a Puranjana. He is attracted to his wife Puranjani. Okay, at the time of death, he is only thinking about his wife. Prabhupada writes in the purport below, saying that anyone at the time of death who is attracted to his wife, he will take the body of a woman in the next lifetime. And vice versa. Right? This is one of the factors. Why one takes the body of a man or a woman? Simple. Boy or a girl. Somewhere he has attracted. The mode of goodness, because of attraction, he will. Right? So, what is the solution then? So in the 14th chapter, 26th verse, which is stating, I'll end up in another 2-3 minutes. So, there is one verse, okay. Mamchayo avyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samati tetan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. Very interesting verse. Mamchayo avyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate. Krishna is telling, performing bhakti yoga. Krishna did not say karma yogena sevate, dhyana yogena sevate or any other yogena. He only used one. That is bhakti yogena sevate. Right? Mam chayo avyabhicharena. Vyabhicharena means contamination. Avyabhicharena without any contamination, without any interruption. Mam chayo avyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate. Sevate means service. One who unflinching service, undeviated service, bhakti, loving devotional service one performs, what will happen? Sagunan samati tetan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. Right? What is happening? Sagunan. Sa means these three modes of nature. Gunan means these three modes. So, Sagunan samati tetan. One will transcend these three modes of nature immediately and be situated at Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate, at the platform of Brahman. What is the platform of Brahman? Always, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Na Shochati Na Kamshati Samah Sarveshu Bhuteshu Mad Bhaktim Labhate Para. Right? So, one who is at a space where he will always be blissful, happy. There is nothing to lament, there is nothing to hanker. Right? So, we cry hanker or we cry for losing something. So both are not there. So that is where he is at a Brahma Bhuta platform. So by performing Bhakti Yoga, it is very clearly stated that one should take up this Krishna consciousness very sincerely and seriously. So I thought I will stop here. Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. I know you all know all these things, but he gave me an opportunity to speak for my purification. Thank you. Any discussion if you want, otherwise you can stop.
Prabhu, do you have any questions, please?
Yeah, I have a question, kind of like, okay, if you, mostly when you die, you live your life in the mode of goodness, will you go to the not the spiritual world, but to the demigods planets, right?
Mm-hmm. There is a verse in the Bhagavad Gita, Urdhvam gacchanti sattvasto madhye tishtanti rajasa jaganna guna vrittisto. What is that last line? Come on. Adho gacchanti tamasa adho. Urdhvam means higher planetary system. Urdhvam gacchanti sattvasto. What do you reminded me? Okay, Urdhvam means higher planetary system. There are 7 higher planetary systems above us. They may go in any one of them. At the time of death, he is in the mode of goodness, right? Urdhvam gacchanti sattvasto. Sattva means mode of goodness. Madhye tishtanti rajasa. Madhye, he will remain in this earthly planetary Gurga, as we are. Madhye tishtanti rajasa. So, rajasa, correct. Who is in the Rajoguna, mode of passion. Okay, Jaganna Guna Vrittusto means someone who is performing all abominable activities. Okay, Adho Gacchanti Tamasa. They go into the lower planetary systems for suffering. Okay.
Yeah, that was my question. So basically, based on the gunas,
Yes.
the planetary systems also.
Yes.
But you also mentioned that Yamaraj comes
Mhm.
at the time of death. Does Yamaraj come only for those who live mostly in the mode of tamas? Like for those people, only for those souls? Like if you left, mostly as rajas,
Okay.
so that Yamaraj doesn't come for you?
Yeah, basically Yamaraj don't go directly, he sends his assistants.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
But then those people will go for everybody. No doubt about it. Whether in the mode of goodness, passion or ignorance.
Oh, okay.
He goes for everybody. Only those people he will not touch is Vaishnavas, that is devotees. Now in the Dhruva story, after ruling 36,000 of years, okay, what happened? After 36,000 years, there is a flower aeroplane appeared from the Vaikuntha, that is from the spiritual realm, and he wanted to step inside it. Nanda and Sunanda, the gatekeepers, they were saying, hey, Dhruva, please come on, let's enter. Okay, then there is another person on the side with folded hands, that is Yamaraj, the god of death. He was folding hands and he was standing there, and then what happened? Dhruva stepped on his head and he climbed into the aeroplane. What does that denote? For a devotee, Lord Yamadharmaraj will not touch it. Correct? So it is in the Ajamila story where Vishnu Dutas and Yamadutas, right? So the argument happened and finally...
Yeah, but he was sinful, so that's...
Yeah, even for the mode of goodness, Mataji,
Okay.
The death has to happen.
Okay.
Yeah, and they have to take birth. But now one may ask one question that, if you are saying the devotees don't die, what does it mean? What happens to that? Of course they are out of the jurisdiction of Yamadharmaraj, definitely. But then, death has to come because we have to leave the body, right? Pure devotee is eagerly waiting for that death because that's a junction from where he will elevate directly to spiritual world. But here, he will not, right? Just like this cat is there, right? If this cat is holding the kittens, Prabhupada gives an example. Kittens are under the safe protection. For the kittens, cat mouth is protection. For the same cat mouth, if rat is there, that's a death, right? So that's the danger. So for a devotee, death is going to the spiritual realm. For non-devotee, whether it is more of goodness, passion or ignorance, that is to remain in this material world. Make sense?
And also the difference, you say in devotee, we sometimes say devotee, sometimes we say Vaishnava. And I think there is a big difference.
Okay.
Right?
So devotee, okay. Vaishnava, the meaning is, in Sanskrit, there are 6 things. 6, what is that? Lust, greed, anger, another one. I will say in Sanskrit, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. Right? Any person who is bereft of those 6 things, okay, that person is called Vaishnava.
Yeah, which is not easy to overcome.
Not easy, yeah, it
And
is.
it's
Yeah.
only unique, like
Correct.
as it says in Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavatam.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that we cannot become.
So when you said Yamaraj doesn't take devotee or doesn't take Vaishnava? Doesn't touch.
Devotee is an English term rather. Actually, a Vaishnava is called as a devotee.
Yeah, but sometimes there's devotees.
Sadhakas are also, I know what I'm coming.
You know.
Yeah. So sometimes the sadhakas are also called devotees. Just like Prabhupada gives example, in the medical college, even the first year, second year people, they also have that white apron and have the stethoscope. Doesn't mean that they are called as doctors. They are about to become a doctors.
Right.
So in that way, doctor, they can use it. But it's a kind of synonym. But actually a devotee means Vaishnava. Of course, there's a gradations, Kanishta Adhikari, Madhyama Adhikari, Uttama Adhikari. For a pure devotee, we term him as a Vaishnava.
So we are basically protected at the time of death when we are pure devotee or Vaishnavas.
No, anybody,
No?
anyone who is a devotee,
Anyone who said in
Krishna.
in material existence, who said Hare Krishna, is already kind
Yes.
of like protected.
Protected,
Okay.
yes. No matter whatever it is. But amount of devotion, of course, matters.
Yeah.
As for Ajamil, he got protected, but he was not sent to the spiritual world, right? Where did he go? For the next 12 years, he went to Haridwar in India, and he did the great devotion. After that, he went back to Bharat. That's all it is. So, not immediately. It all depends on the degree of devotion one says. One may say, I said only once Hare Krishna, then I'll go back to Bharat. Yes, you are on the path to go to back to Bharat. But you will go, that's not the yet. We are going to come to that. Make sense? Hare Krishna. Anything else? That's all?
Prabhu, I wanted to ask you a special request. Can you, for a couple minutes, maybe 5 minutes, recite some verses from whatever you want to recite, like Chaitanya Charitamrita or Srimad Bhagavatam, or you can read it, I don't care what you do, just say something in Sanskrit, like in your way, like he did. Whatever your favorite verse or...
You should come and preach for us more often.
Hare Krishna.
Yes,
I'm doing this for my purification. Thanks to you all, I would say. Okay, let me. Is Ramayana okay?
Yeah.
Yes. of
Few
course.
verse, okay?
Just whatever you have. Just...
Yeah, there is something called Rama Raksha Stotram. What is that? There is something called Rama Raksha Stotram, okay? And in the Rama Raksha Stotram, there are some verses. The devotees of Lord Rama, they.
Oh, sorry. You okay?
Yeah, we are not used to. That's all. Yeah, pets and all, In India, a lot of people, but not us. That's why. Anyway, so I will simply repeat myself.
Yes, you
Few
just
verses.
yourself. We
Few
just want to
verses.
listen to your.
Yeah,
Okay.
whatever you feel.
Yeah.
Just me, not in Sanskrit.
Correct. रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः श्रीराम राम रघुनन्दन राम राम श्रीराम राम भरताग्रज राम राम श्रीराम राम रणकर्कश राम राम श्रीराम शरणो भव राम राम श्रीरामचन्द्र चरणौ मनसा स्मरामि, श्रीरामचन्द्र चरणौ वचसा गृह्णामि, श्रीरामचन्द्र चरणौ शिरसा नमामि, श्रीरामचन्द्र चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। लोकाभिरामं रणरङ्गधीरं राजीवनेत्रं रघुवंशनाथं, कारुण्यरूपं करुणाकरं तं श्रीरामचन्द्रं शरणं प्रपद्ये। मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं, वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा प्रपद्ये। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम्, आरुह्य कविता शाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलम्। आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां, लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। भर्जनं भवबीजानामर्जनं सुखसम्पदां, तर्जनं यमदूतानां राम रामेति गर्जनम्। श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे, सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने। श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे, सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने। श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे, सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने। श्रीराम नाम वरानन नमोमिति। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री श्री किशोर किशोरी की जय। हरे कृष्ण।
परमात्मा प्रभु की
जय, वैष्णव वृंद की जय। हरे कृष्ण। Thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity for my purification. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpa tarubhishcha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo